sports. It's in the game.
There we are again. I'll invite them first, then I'll do the settings. Let's just get this over as quickly as possible. And I love doing restarts. Personal favorite. Especially when you have to host them. I think they can't select their car yet. Vic, who else? Lost one. Might be 10 drivers this time. $11 again, somehow. Oh, because I'm not spectating. Such a smartass. I 35%. Grid. I think that's it. I hope that's it. Grid again. I hope you like being part of this incredible experience. Having to do multiple restarts and the entire process behind it. Beautiful. I think it is. No, it isn't. Not a jump off a bridge. Qualifying. It's the race. Please load. Already taking long enough. Alright. Caprison. Yes, Jamairo. Guy straight. Dana, he's left. Dino. By Vic. I didn't tell you to go ready, but that's fine. You have to go ready again. Just waited the first time. Alright, ready. Please just survive. You see me leave. Please don't leave as well. And please don't crash the game. But that's not to you. Just EA. Making the most unstable and glitchy game in the history. Probably, but exaggerating, but... Evening. Don't forget your setup. Or maybe it doesn't matter when it crashes again. We'll see how far we get. As long as I don't disconnect, maybe. Hopefully that's not too much to ask. Not the first time I'm having these issues. I had this yesterday as well. It's something with the cable disconnected or something. That's the genuine EA thing or personal thing. Anyway, I'm gonna get this race on the way again. Caprison on pole again. This time no drive-through penalties. The lights are staying on very long. And Caprison has a decent start again and managed to stay ahead of Jamairo again. Into turn 1. Caprison leading ahead of Jamairo. Wika trying to go around the outside. Will he spin this time? No, he will. Willed? He won't. Trying to go to the inside of Jamairo. That's very daring to go on the inside. Yeah, that's surely a running, and that's what you could have expected to go for a move there. Anyway, Dino has spun our championship leader. Second place of the championship is in the Paris wall. And he's down into last place, and that's, well, probably the worst that could have happened to him. First start of the race for him on the medium compound tire, a couple of drives on softs, and Richie even on hards. Well, hards in a 35% race, that's a very interesting Ferrari strategy. Anyway, Caprison leading the race by already 1.2 seconds, and the two Williams drivers collide, and I don't know why they are Williams. They were supposed to be an Alfa Romeo, but we'll fix that later. Anyway, they make contact in the hairpin, and they were both synchronized in a spin. That was pretty awesome to see. Anyway, Caprison leading by just over a second over his teammate. Then it's Straight who was got ahead of Wika. So Wika dropped down. Jaden already with a 3-second time penalty on the second lap. It's going to be a long race then. Loving the English, thank you. I am very good in English. Straight. Pretty close behind Jamairo. I don't know, Marouk has retired from the session second lap, so that's not optimal. for the Aston Martin driver. Down to 9 drivers. Caprison, I think, has already won this race, it looks like. So well done to win this Canadian Grand Prix. Jaden there. I'm missing all the overtakes here, what am I doing? Wrecked by Vic up to P4, but Wika trying to go on the inside. In the finals again, going wheel to wheel, and Wika stays ahead. With an amazing defense there from the McLaren driver and the championship leader. Needs to score good points today. Loving you, I love you too. And you know it. My English, it's less important. FS straight on the soft as well, of course. So he's always gonna be faster than the cars around him. Within a second of Jamiro, wonder if he got a warning there. Without a second of Jamiro now. 1.0. Might get just within 1.001. Let's see if he has DRS or not. Gonna see, because I don't have the telemetry on. Behind, wrecked by Vic. Once again going for a move on Jamiro. It's Wika. I'm blind. Is Wika gonna try to go back at him? No, not this time. He'll stay behind for now. Drops down to P5. With his championship rival on P8. Both of them are not looking to score any good points today. Why am I such a good commentator? Well, thank you, Nicholas Latifi. I love to hear that. I don't know. It's your opinion. Think I'm a good commentator, then thank you very much. Anyway, straight. Well within a second of Jamiro. Caprison. 3 seconds ahead of Jamiro. So he's checking out of this race. Closing in. 4 tenths now between 3 tenths, 2 tenths. I think he's gonna go for a move just yet. Close in. A bit too far behind. I'm missing the overtakes again. What am I doing? Wika now gets past Wrecked by Vic again. He's back up at the P4. Hopefully he can now run away from the Red Bull. By Vic is looking rather fast here. He's gonna try to go for the inside on the corner where you usually don't see an overtake. And you don't see this time as well. So he backs out of it. He's almost pushing the McLaren through the corner there with DRS. He's surely going to go back for the overtake. And he is. Nice helicopter shot here. And he gets past the McLaren again. Going into the chicane. A bit wide. Might be warning. Wrecked by Vic. Mount might be able to counter that attack on the following straight. It's straight. He's very close behind Jamiro. We're not missing this overtake now. 3 tenths become 2 tenths. Become 1 tenth, he's alongside and he's easily ahead, blasting past the Mercedes. And he's up into P2 in this race, of course on the soft tire. Wika is not close enough to Wrecked by Vic. Gap is just over 3 tenths and this straight is a bit too short for an overtake. Unless he goes for it and he doesn't, he makes contact and he hits the back of Wrecked by Vic. And they almost go around. Wika braking a bit too late there. Straight into the back of the Red Bull. He's lucky that the Red Bull didn't go around, because otherwise it would have probably been a penalty. Fortunately for him that isn't the case. Jamiro still right behind straight. Not giving up just yet. waiting and waiting. Now maybe with a better exit and the help of the DRS and ERS, they'll be able to go for a move. Gonna be tight. He's gonna go to the inside, wheel to wheel, and he gets ahead, and Jamiro's back up into P2. Re-overtaken the Red Bull of straight. I wonder when those soft tires on Red Bull are gonna fall off. Lap 7 now. Wika has fallen out of the DRS there of Wreck by Vic. Be crucial for him. Because if he finishes P5 and Dino finishes in P8, he only gain 6 points on him, and then they'll certainly not decide the championship next race. Right now he's only leading by 5 points. Great, managing to stay within the 1 second mark of Jamiro. Extends the gap. Caprizon has pulled a gap of 5 seconds already to his teammate. Bit of a slide there on the exit though. He's comfortably driving away in P1. The Williams drivers both coming into the pit lane. I don't know what kind of strategy that is, but Dave having to wait there. Wait for a very long time, and he goes onto the mediums. What's here? Straight, still within the second, but I don't think 8/10 is going to be enough to try and challenge Jamiro on the back straight. Certainly will not be enough. Close in, make the gap smaller. Second straight, still not close enough. We'll have to sit behind the Mercedes for a while longer. That's a 3-second time penalty for Jamiro on lap 9 already. That means that straight doesn't have to overtake Jamiro in order to finish ahead of him. But he's certainly not winning this race because Caprizon is easily much faster than the rest of the drivers. If straight keeps up with Jamiro, he'll easily get that P2 sorted, given he doesn't get a penalty himself, of course. It's tricky around Canada. Got it in the previous tiers. Many penalties. Both F1 and F2 as well. Closing and still not close enough. Yeah, what can you say? Vika is much slower than Wreck by Vic at the moment. 2.5 seconds behind Wreck by Vic. If he has damage or something, because he certainly doesn't have the pace he usually has. 5/10. Might be able to go for it. I think he will. To the inside, into the final chicane. And he is ahead. And he's back up into P2 on track. And he will have DRS again for this straight. Which helps him to stay ahead of the Mercedes. By and wrecked by Vic. It's closing in a bit on both of them. Kept down to just over 2 seconds. One of those softs is gonna fall off. He's already, it says we're already 10 laps old underneath the Red Bull. He will make a pit stop soon. There's only 14 laps left after this. I reckon he is gonna pit soon. He's gonna dive into the pit lane this lap. Yes, he is. Straight into the pit lane, and he gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt this race. So you won't be able to serve it on this pit stop. That 5-second penalty will stand until the end of the race, or another pit stop when a safety car comes out. Now both him and Jamiro have a penalty. He has a 5-second time penalty, Jamiro has a 3-second. So wrecked by Vic, looking pretty good at the moment then for that P2 finish. Right, coming out right behind Richie was on the hards. Immediately right behind the Ferrari, and he'll probably breeze past him. Goes to the inside, and he is back with the P5. Capison getting a 3-second time penalty for track limits. It's not gonna do much because he's over 8 seconds ahead of the next car, which doesn't have a penalty. Still, if there's a safety car, get exciting. Great, now having to push as hard as he can. Try and build a gap for when Jamiro pits. Great, closing gap to the cars ahead pretty quickly. Getting a purple first sector. And now these guys gonna pit, because Straight did I think 11 laps on the soft. So the medium runners will be pitting around now in the next few laps. Epperson will go on for another lap. Jamiro's gonna go into the pits. Jamiro is pitting. He doesn't get a penalty. Oh, wrecked by Vic into the pits as well. And it'll be interesting to see where he comes out compared. Straight's already on the main straight. And I think he's easily out of both of them. He sets the fast lap of the race as well, 1:12.6. Jamiro is just coming out of the pit lane and there is a straight in the background. A couple of seconds ahead of them. But of course Jamiro and wrecked by Vic will have the faster soft tires. Gap has become 6 seconds between Straight and Jamiro. They will have to a lot of catching up to do. Straight is almost completely closed the gap to Wika. Down to 1.2 seconds. Might have the DRS though. And is Wika gonna pit? Caperson goes in for another lap. And Wika's gonna dive into the pit lane on lap 16. We'll go onto the soft compound tire straight, moves back up into P2. And it's Jamiro with another penalty there. 6 seconds in total now. And that's gonna hurt his chances of finishing ahead of Straight. He only has a 5-second penalty. Comes out pretty much in no man's land here. P5, 8.5 seconds behind, wrecked by Vic. 7.5 out of Richie. Dino has pitted as well now. He's down in P8. The terrible race he is having as well. Being the number 2 in the championship. He'll lose 6 points to his rival at the moment. And there's Caperson into the pits. Jaden hits the wall there on the wall of champions. Caperson into the pit lane from the mediums to the softs. And I think he will emerge out in the lead as well. Less Straight. Get ahead. There's Caperson, where Straight? They're going wheel to wheel out of the pit lane and Straight managed to stay ahead. Straight into the lead of this race. Although he does have a 5-second time penalty. He is now in the lead on track. We'll have to hope that Caperson gets another penalty. We'll have to keep him behind on those older mediums as well compared to the brand new softs. It's going to be very difficult for him. Straight in the lead, Caperson getting closer and closer. Gonna go for the move on the outside. Power him, I should wait before the straight, and he breaks so much later there. And Caperson easily being able to pass Straight. And he's back into the lead of this race. There's nothing Straight could have done there to prevent that from happening. And I think Caperson will easily breeze away from Straight. Kept growing already to 7, 8 tenths, 9 tenths maybe. Caperson of course with a much faster and fresher tires. Straight will probably have to look behind him rather than ahead of him. And he gets a 3-second time penalty as well, and that's going to make his job even harder now, because I think wrecked by Vic is well within that 8-second time penalty. Let's see. Yeah, he's only 6.7 seconds ish behind. So wrecked by Vic looking for that P2 finish now. Just has to keep it within the white lines for 7 more laps. Will he be able to? Jamairo slowly but surely getting closer to straight. Gaining time. Jefferson with the fastest lap there, 1:11.0. An amazing lap time there in the race. I think that's faster than some of the drivers' laps in qualifying, but it's a virtual safety car now. Not a full safety car, but a virtual safety car as Jaden is retired. Near the back straight. And it's a full safety car now. Full safety car with 6 laps to go, and Wreck by Vic has probably got the best cards here. Because Caprison has reaching a time penalty, although I think he will have just enough time to be able to drive away. I wonder if Straight is going to pit and get that 5-second time penalty removed. He will probably lose only 2 positions. The Jamairo and his teammate. This is going to get very interesting with only a handful of laps remaining. Dino has pitted onto a new set of softs. Or used that, I'm not sure. That's a brand new set of softs. Will Caprison pit or will he try to hold track position? He's going straight into the pit lane. And he gets a drive-through penalty for speeding into the safety car. Caprison has just thrown his race away. And Jamairo as well. Both Mercedes drivers has messed up completely there. This is extraordinary. What am I witnessing? Not only Caprison but Jamairo as well. Both getting a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. Absolute madness. And suddenly the 2 Red Bulls have the best cars as Richie gets a drive-through penalty as well. And Jamairo gets a 5-second time penalty for crossing the line as well. What is going on? Penalties raining. And he gets into he goes straight to the wall. He just completely gives up. Oh, straight, nearly going into the back there. It was Jamairo, I think, going into the wall on purpose. That's of course not allowed. Gotta do it in the pit lane. Absolute crazy scenes. Straight and Wrecked by Vic. 2 Red Bulls. Look for an easy 1-2 finish maybe. I saw them talk in the Red Bull chat about switching positions if they were 1 and 2 in the race. Well, I don't know why Rekavik is pitting now. That's a weird time to pit. I don't know why he would do that. Giving up track position there, dropping down to P5. Well, Richie and Caprison will have to serve that drive-through penalty, but Wika is still pretty much there without a penalty. Strange decision there by Wreck by Vic. Safety car in this lap. 5 laps to go. 4 laps to go, I should say. In this Canadian Grand Prix. When is Capperson gonna go? Or will he dive straight to the pit lane? Waiting, 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 waiting. Not drive straight to the pit lane. There we go, doesn't go. Still waiting. There he goes. Safety car in this lap and we're back on the way. Green flags. Capperson in the lead. With the drive-through penalty, we'll have to serve that straight into P2. Still ahead of Wika and Richie, who also has a drive-through penalty. Just got another 3-second time penalty as well. Then it's wrecked by Vic. One of the drivers without a penalty. Same goes for Dino. Capperson still leading this race, but not for much longer. He will have to serve that penalty this lap, or I think next lap at most. Myro getting a lag spike, which caused his retirement, he has said. Well, Capperson is driving away then. Fortunately for him, Canada is one of the tracks with the shortest pit lanes, I think. The exit is a straight line when the first two corners are a chicane. He's still waiting for another lap. Vic has moved to the P4 and Richie is gone into the pit lane. He's serving his drive-through penalty now. With 3 laps to go in this race. Capperson pushing very hard, but straight is managing to hold on somewhat to the Mercedes. Just over a second now is the gap. Yeah, struggling to hang on, and he will have to finish within the 3 seconds in order to finish ahead of straight. He's currently at 1.9, nearing 2 seconds, so he still has 1 second margin. He will also have to deal with wreck by Vic, who's in 1.1 behind him. Might be able to go for a move if he gets a bit closer though. I think DRS will be enabled next lap or the lap after. Have to wait and see. Is Capperson gonna go in this lap? I think he has to. No, he's not. He's not gonna continue for another lap there. He will have to pit at the end of this lap. DRS is enabled, so confirmation there. And wreck by Vic is within a second of Wika, 8/10 now. But Wika is still 1.8 behind straight. Still within that margin, that 3 second margin of straight. And wreck by Vic has got a 3 second time penalty. That is completely ruining his chance of winning this race and finishing second. After all this drama, it's currently Wika who has the best cards. He can win this race. Somewhat after not having the best pace out of any drivers at all. Maybe wreck by Vic can try to attack him and hold him up for his teammate. Anyway, Capperson will have to pit at the end of this lap. Otherwise he will be disqualified. He's driving on. Does he really have a drive-through penalty or... Yeah, he is disqualified. Or just completely gave up. Wika is well within a second of straight. So as long as Wika doesn't get a penalty, he will win this race. That is crucial for him in the championship. He will gain lots of points. With Dino only gonna finish P4. Wreck by Vic is getting closer though. He'll probably go for the move. The inside. but he's not able to make it work. Gonna go to the inside of the final corner of the final lap. Straight is going to the final chicane. But it's not gonna be enough. Straight across the line. Is it gonna be enough? 2.9, 3 seconds. Straight is won by 25,000th of a second. Wrecked by Vic has played the ultimate team game here to help his teammate, and has paid off. Straight has won the race by 25,000th of a second. That is incredible. Unbelievable stuff here at the end of this race. Wow. That was crazy. Somehow Straight manages to win this race. Would have thought. We are missing out by only 200ths of a second. Whereby Vic completes the podium. Playing the ultimate team game. In the end, Dino finishes P4, and Wicca will only gain 6 points on his teammate of his rival after all. Davey finishes P5 ahead of Richie, and Jamiro, Jaden, Moroccan, Caperson not finished. Jaden's gonna go drive through under a safety car. Might have been a glitch. That certainly ruined their entire race. But it's Red Bull 1 and 3 with Wicca in between. For the Canadian Grand Prix, we finally finished this race. A couple of tries, but we did it. And well done to Red Bull and Straight for the win. So that was the Canadian Grand Prix. Round 13 of the season. 2 races to go after this. Next week we return and we will drive at Las Vegas for the first time. And it's going to be very interesting. See that then. For now, that was it. Hope you have a nice evening and goodbye.